The rise of the Ratonish Republic was not born from peace, but from the brutal feuds of its aristocrats. One example was the town where two Scurries clashed for power and control. For generations, the noble families in the town ruled with wealth and influence. But at the heart of it all were two powerful families, the Groveners and the Ampleforths. The Groveners, of the Moscow Scurry, ran the largest dye manufacturing business in the southeast, using skunk brush trees to create the needed colors that made their fortune. But they needed help. Transporting the pungent-smelling skunk brush was a problem. The Astley family, who controlled the town's teamsters, refused to move the stinking wood. But the Groveners, unwilling to let their profits slip away, made a bold move. They hired their own wagons to haul the trees, bypassing the Astleys completely. This act of defiance didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Ampleforth, leader of the Mulberry Scurry and head of the fish market monopoly, saw this as an affront to his power. The Mulberry Scurry had long controlled trade in the town, either through business deals or strategic marriages with other powerful families like the Coleridges and the Astleys. By challenging their control, the Groveners had thrown down a gauntlet. Ampleforth responded by sending his fish market workers, tough men used to the hardships of sea life, into the southern end of town. He told them to take what they wanted, and they did. Markets run by Grosvenor's allies, the Kingsleys, Maxwells, and Barbas, were looted. The Groveners, furious, responded in kind, hiring club-wielding security to force the looters out. What began as a simple business dispute over skunk brush quickly spiraled into chaos. Farmhands from the protectorates were called in to defend their master's goods. Soon, the aristocrats themselves entered the fray. Dignified lords mounted ponies and rode into the streets, leading gangs of fighters, cracking skulls in broad daylight. For 3 days, the town was consumed by violence. The Grosvenor dye factories were set ablaze, smoke billowing into the sky. Markets were destroyed, food supplies pillaged, and blood ran through the streets. When the fighting finally ended, it was the Ampleforth family who stood victorious, and the Moscow Scurry was now theirs to rule. But it was a hollow victory. The dye factories lay in ashes, and most of the food stores had been destroyed in the chaos. Famine loomed, and the once thriving town found itself teetering on the brink of collapse. Ampleforth had won the battle, but lost the town in the process. This scene was not unique. All across the Ratonish towns, aristocrats fought and clawed for control over trade, land, and resources, tearing each other apart in the process. For 20 years, the feuds raged, leaving towns in ruins and their people desperate. Eventually, the families had enough. Sick of the violence and chaos, they wanted a way to settle disputes without burning down their businesses. And so, the Ratonish Republic was born. The Republic provided a system of laws, councils, and governance that controlled the power of the aristocrats and brought stability to the land. What had once been ruled by bloodshed was now governed by order.